Hello everyone, thank you for joining me again today. In this video I wanted to share something that I learned from the legend Scotty Kilmer. This was several years ago, must have been at least 3 years ago if not more. In one of his videos he talked about how he has a habit of spraying the bushings of the suspension components of his car a couple of times a year. So he would do it once in the spring, he would do it once in the fall. And he claims that in his experience, this really makes a difference when it comes to the smooth operation of the suspension parts and the longevity of those rubber components. Now, you may ask, well, is this really such a big deal? Should I bother with this? Does it actually make a difference? Scotty claims that it does. I don't have as much experience personally to know one way or the other, but I want to show you something here on my car, which kind of reminded me of this video of Scotty and is also the factor that is now kind of pushing me towards doing this to my vehicle as well. Let me bring you under the car and we'll take a look together. All right, we're right at the middle of the vehicle. To the right, here we can see the sway bar with a bushing. This is the link, sway bar link, connecting to the arm leading to the right wheel of the vehicle. This is at the back, of course. Now, let's focus on the link here, and I will zoom closer. Turn this light a bit. Take a look at the rubber right there. See all these little cracks? There they are. Right, this rubber is very, very dried out, and it has now started cracking on the surface, and little by little it will deteriorate further. Now this rubber is over 20 years old. Arguably it has served its purpose, probably even has performed over expectations, but what Scotty is saying in his video is that if you perform this kind of preventative maintenance service to these rubberized components here, this wouldn't happen, or at least it wouldn't happen at this point in time. You would be able to prolong the life of those rubber components even further. So this is why I'm considering spraying all these rubber parts with a product that I have. I'll share it now, and I'll also talk about what Scotty recommends. I just couldn't get my hands on that one. But anyways, let's take a look at the products. Let's also take a look at which parts you may want to tackle from your suspension components. Let's start from further in. I won't be able to cover all the pieces that you may be interested in, but let's take a look at some of them. So there's one right up there, right there, and then there's another one at the bottom, right? Those are really big ones, and there are a couple more here on the left side, just harder to see. Over here you can see the sway bar with its bushing. We filmed that earlier in the video, and then here is the link for the sway bar. Again, lots of rubber pieces there on these components. There is another, see this vertical sort of diagonal bar. There's one up here and then another one down there where it connects. That's another area you may want to take a look at. Of course, over here, this is rubberized, this piece. Towards the end, you may want to look at this component here, and then there's another one on this side, and of course at the bottom where the shock absorber connects, right there's your shock absorber right here at the bottom where it connects. Very important bushing as well. So those are some of the places and this is just at the rear one side of the vehicle. Essentially, you want to take a look at your suspension, and anywhere where you see moving parts or connections between two different metal beams or arms or anything like that, you would probably want to lubricate those spots. So now, what products can we use to do that? Let's take a look. Oh, just a quick note here. This is by no means a sponsored video. Nobody has paid me any money to talk about these products or, you know, say anything good or bad about them or anything like that. I'm just sharing experience and sort of information that I've learned that I think is valuable to the community. That's all. Unless it's obvious, just wanted to say this is not a sponsored video in any way. Okay, so Scotty recommended this product, the 8205 Reseal. Now, this is a product that's intended to be used inside of engines, transmissions, differentials, and so on. It's not actually meant to be sprayed onto rubber or plastic, but the properties of the product are such that it makes it very suitable for this kind of sort of operation. One thing you may notice here is exclusive formulation restores worn or dried out seals. Now those are of course rubber seals, and that's sort of the power of this product. It has the ability to rejuvenate rubber and bring it back to life. This is what Scotty used. In his video, he basically poured this bottle into a spray bottle, like a Windex spray bottle type of a thing with a hand pump, and he would just go all out on all of his suspension components, spray, spray, spray. He would cover everything. Now, I'm having trouble getting this product here, or at least I could get it, but it's very cost prohibitive. So this is not really an option for me. Instead, what I will be using is just a WD-40, not a regular WD-40, but rather water-resistant silicone. The silicone product actually works really well for plastic and rubber. And I think I have another tab here for WD-40. Safely lubricates. Actually, let me zoom this in a bit. Okay. Safely lubricates, resists water, and protects metal and non-metal surfaces such as rubber, plastic, and vinyl. And this is also important. Once dried, this formula leaves a clear, non-staining film that doesn't stick or make a mess, so it won't attract dirt. Now, given that you're using this on your suspension components, and you know, there's always some road debris being picked up from the tires and thrown around, I think this kind of quality is actually quite important. So this is the product that I'll go ahead with. I mean, I'm sure that there are many others that you could choose from, but the specialist water-resistant silicone is basically what I've chosen. They're readily available here in Canada, easy to get, and they're very inexpensive. So this is my product of choice. I'll start spraying those components and essentially hoping to extend their life a bit further. All right, that's it from me. Thank you, folks. I hope this was helpful, nice and short. Best of luck in your projects, and I'll see you in the next video. Just wanted to add a quick note here about the spraying process. Most sprays come with a plastic straw. Unfortunately, that straw is not too long. It's not long enough for this particular application. So what I've done is I've taken 3 straws and simply taped them together with see-through Scotch tape. This gives me more length to access different bushings underneath the car. And if you take a look here, for example, if I want to go and reach that bushing there, I can't get much better light on it, that's about it, but you see which one I'm referring to. When I have the spray with this extension, you can see how I can get almost all the way to it and then spray more accurately. and sort of guide the silicone to the right spot. All right, I hope that helps. Cover everything with the lubricant, rejuvenate those seals, rejuvenate those rubber components, and have a smooth, non-squeaky and long-lasting suspension. Cheers, folks.